Welcome into Community Ties like we do each and every weekday. We sit down with a member from the community to talk about an organization or an event, and I'm very happy to talk about Relay for Life as it is Paint the County Purple Week, and this is a wonderful event that's going to be taking place in Versailles for Friday and Saturday at Heritage Park, and I'm very happy to welcome in the WTGR studios. We have Sarah Burke with the American Cancer Society and also the chairperson this year for Relay for Life in Darke County, Rose Slater. Ladies, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
And, well, first off, I guess before we get started, Sarah, if you could, just give us a little overview of what Relay for Life is.
Absolutely. Relay for Life is basically just a community event, and it's a great event because it's an opportunity for the community to get together and come together and kind of find those commonalities between people who've all been touched by cancer. Everybody has been touched by cancer in some way, and so it's a great way to come together as a group and celebrate the people who have won their battle, remember those who have battled, and kind of fight back against the disease.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but teams gather, and they almost stay up all night, correct?
Yes. One of the main things how Relay for Life started is basically it's an 18-hour event, and the whole concept behind that is cancer never sleeps, so neither do we. So the whole idea is teams and groups of people come together and they walk around some sort of a track for 18 hours to raise awareness in the fight against cancer.
And that's what we're going to be doing this weekend in Versailles as Darke County Relay for Life. Going to be taking place again at Heritage Park. And our chairperson this year is Rose Slater. And Rose, for you, this is sort of a new experience, although you've been very familiar with the event. It's your first time sort of in the driver's seat. And how'd that sort of take place?
Well, I was previously team captain. Last year I gave that position up to help more with my daughter's wedding. And since I was no longer team captain, last year's ACS rep called me and asked me if I would consider being the chairperson for this year. I told him I needed a few days to think about it, but when I hung up, I knew I was going to do it. So
and
here I am.
Here we are. But we're going to have a great event for the weekend. We're talking about Friday and Saturday. And talking to you before the show, I know this event means a lot to you, and you being associated with the team, it almost serves as kind of like a reunion.
It does. A lot of people I don't see until the following relay. I see them one year, then the next year they're back, and it's like, hey, how you been? I haven't seen you. So the camaraderie is actually pretty cool.
And it's important to note that this is an event that's open to the public.
Yes, it is.
So folks can come out that might not even have a team, because I know in years past there's been situations where people have asked me, hey, do you know what was going on at Heritage Park? And for folks out there that see the activity, they can find a lot of different sort of events and things going on just within Relay for Life. And when does the fun start on Friday, Rose?
It starts at 6 o'clock. We have an opening ceremony. We have an opening speaker. And it's actually Tom Donnelly this year. He is a retired school teacher from Versailles. His wife passed away from cancer. So he's going to come out and share his story. And then we have a survivor lap where all the survivors out there get to do, it's kind of a celebration for them. They get to do the opening lap.
And the Darke County Relay for Life takes over pretty much all of Heritage Park, and there's different stations, and teams have different tents. And sort of, what do those events and sort of activities entail?
Each team pretty much has their own booth. They can do whatever they want at their booth. A lot of teams have kids games. There's face painting. There's a fish pond game. A lot of teams sell food, so there's plenty of good food to come out to enjoy. So pretty much whatever any team wants to do to raise money, they're welcome to do.
And the proceeds go to the American Cancer Society.
Yes, they do.
And that's 100%?
Yes.
Yep, all the proceeds go towards the American Cancer Society. And, of course, the money is dispersed in various different ways. American Cancer Society, of course, is synonymous with their research. We are the largest private researcher aside from the government. So we are helping to find a cure as quickly as we can, supporting those researchers. But we also, a portion of the proceeds of this event also help support some of the local programs we have in Darke County, which we do have a wig bank that's available to any woman who loses their hair during treatment. They can receive a free wig just by calling the American Cancer Society. And we have that wig bank here in Greenville. It's D&Co Stylists. And they also are some of the cosmetologists who do our Look Good, Feel Better program that's held at the Wayne Healthcare Center.
And when talking about Look Good, Feel Better, what is that program, quickly?
It's an amazing program for women who basically, when they're going through treatment, it's an awesome program for women to come and meet other women who are going through treatment. And then what they do is they have a registered cosmetologist who teaches the program. And there's lots of things that women go through as they're undergoing treatment. You know, it's not just losing your hair. You lose your eyebrows. You have your skin changes. So what these cosmetologists do is basically the women sign up, and they give you a free makeup kit that can be upwards of $300. That is all donated makeup that is donated to the American Cancer Society through a lot of our partnerships. And these cosmetologists will teach them how to, you know, pencil in their eyebrows, how to take care of their skin, so they feel like they're themselves. Because a lot of women, you know, when they're going through treatment, don't necessarily feel the greatest.
Talking with Sarah Burke from the American Cancer Society, also joining us, the chairperson this year for Darke County Relay for Life, Rose Slater, as we're really looking forward to the event, which will be Friday and Saturday. 18 hours it kicks off at 6 p.m. In Versailles on Friday night. A lot of activities planned. We're going to get into more details pertaining to those activities when we come back. But a quick break as you're listening to Community Ties on a Tuesday. This is Tiger Country. Welcome back into Community Ties as we were talking about Relay for Life, Paint the County Purple Week, and Darke County Relay for Life taking place Friday and Saturday at Heritage Park in Versailles. And I'm very excited to have Rose Slater, the chairperson for Relay for Life in Darke County, in the WTGR studios. Joining her, also Sarah Burke with the American Cancer Society. And we were talking during the break there, Rose, and the money that this event has been able to generate and give back to the American Cancer Society, and it's tremendous.
It really is. This, like I think we mentioned earlier, this is our 10th year for Relay in Darke County. The previous 9 years we have raised over $600,000, which I think is amazing. And our goal for this year is $82,000.
And it's got to make you feel good. I mean, just being there sort of from the start. And like you had mentioned before, one of the things you enjoy is sort of that reunion type feel, as everyone that's sort of been there for a couple of years has that bond, and that you continue to come out and produce great numbers.
Exactly. And I'd like to point out also that it's just not raising money this weekend. As soon as this relay is over, people will start raising money for next year. It's pretty much an ongoing thing.
Now, when talking about numbers, there are some unfortunate numbers, and you had shared some stats with us pertaining to the state and also locally about people that are affected by cancer.
Yes, I just found these stats overwhelming. Over 25,000 people are expected to die from cancer in Ohio this year alone. 25,000. In Darke County, there's expected to be 260 new cases diagnosed and 122 deaths just in Darke County. And 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. That's just staggering. And
just another point in that it can affect anyone. And it's unfortunate, but it definitely happens. But on the flip side, there are survivors. And I'm sure with Relay for Life, that's a great time to see some people that have really benefited. And I know we were talking about sort of your favorite parts and what you enjoy most about the event. And one of those things, Sarah, that you had mentioned was the Survivor Lab.
Absolutely. It's just so neat because after our opening ceremonies at 6 p.m., we always have our survivors basically kick off, the start of our walk. And they do the first lap, and it's just so neat to see all those people who are survivors out there and how many people, and, people you might not have known who might be your neighbor that is a survivor, and how proud they are. And how proud we should be of them that they're still with us.
And it's important to throw out there that, Rose, there are a lot of different themed laps and sort of how this event is sort of made up. But there's a lot of different ways you guys go about and going around that pond.
Exactly. We try to keep everyone interested all night long. We have our theme. Every year we have a theme. This year our theme is Life's a Beach Without Cancer. So all the different booths will be decorated in some kind of beach theme, however they desire to do their tent. And then, like you said, we have laps. We have a luau lap. We have a beach party lap. And so it just gives the teams an opportunity just to have fun while they are out there walking.
And amongst the teams, I'm guessing there's always one representative that takes their turn in however they want to go about it, but making that walk?
Yes, that's the point, that each team should have one person on the lap through the whole entire 18 hours.
And talking about teams, is there still time to sign up for Relay for Life?
Absolutely. People can definitely visit our website to sign up. It's www.relayforlife.org/Darke County. They can sign up that way, or they can just come out to the event and sign up the day of as well.
And it's important, if you don't have a team, you can still support the cause and just coming out and purchasing items or doing things. There are different activities, and I know, Rose, you were going to go through sort of the schedule for the week and trying to sort of understand what Friday and Saturday night's going to look like.
Sure. Like Sarah mentioned, we have the opening ceremonies at 6 o'clock. We have an opening speaker. We have the national anthem, and then we have the survivor lap. After that, the survivors have a meal. At 7:30, we have a live auction. Bill Roll, an auctioneer from North Star, volunteers his time to come out. We have a live auction. We have Reds tickets. We have tickets to the NASCAR truck race at Eldora. We have gift cards, just a lot of different items that the teams have donated. So we have that live auction at 7:30, and as soon as that auction is over, approximately 8:30, we have Tyler and Mason Demange performing, singing.
Oh, we got a band out there.
Yes, we do.
Cool. So some fun there, and then after they step off the stage, there's still more activities going on.
Yes, it kind of quiets down because it is in a residential area, so we bring the noise level down a little bit. But there's activities going on all night long. At 9:45, we have the Luminaria ceremony. And Sarah, you want to tell them about that?
Yeah, the Luminaria ceremony is a really neat ceremony. If you've never been a part, it's a great way to honor all of our survivors. People can purchase a Luminaria for a $10 donation, and they can put whoever name they would like to honor. And it's just a really neat ceremony because there are Luminaria set up all over the pond, everywhere. And then the Luminaria ceremony is basically everybody stops walking and this ceremony takes place, and it's just a really emotional time for a lot of people to remember their loved ones.
I'm sure that I could see that being very powerful. Now, Rosie, you mentioned you sort of quiet down sort of at night, but it continues throughout the night.
Right, the activities never stop. We just bring the noise level down a little bit.
but then I guess for the general public or for the individuals that might not necessarily be involved, you come back the next morning and you're out there again.
We are. We just continue with the labs. Several teams sell breakfast out there, so you can come out and get breakfast.
And just meet some new friends, run into some old friends.
Right.
Now, we were talking during the break, I mentioned this before, favorite part. Can you single one thing out? It was kind of funny in us talking. You kept listing one thing after the next, which is great. But for you, Sarah, what do you enjoy most?
I really enjoy just meeting people and hearing their stories, because it's so interesting, because you'll have people who make a connection with somebody else just as they're walking, or they'll strike up a conversation and go, my story's exactly like yours, of why they're out there. And I think that's the neatest thing to see, to make people feel like they're not alone in this fight.
And how about for you, Rose?
I think my favorite part would be the camaraderie, the teams that have been there year after year, plus inviting all the new teams in, knowing that we're all there for one reason. We're all raising money to help fight cancer. And I think that, to me, it's just amazing to see all those people out there fighting cancer.
Now, talking about teams, do we have a number for this year?
I think we have 19.
I believe
19 teams. 19 teams. And we were discussing about signing up. You can go online.
Absolutely.
And doing that. Is there, I'm guessing with that process, you sort of learn more of the details and how you get set up for Friday and then Saturday?
Absolutely. They can sign up online again, and our contact information, Rose and I's contact information, is on the website also. And otherwise, they can just come out to the event, and we would be happy to find them a spot.
RelayForLife.org Facebook.com/Darke County. And again, it's going to be starting at 6 p.m. on Friday night as we look forward to Relay for Life once again in Versailles at Heritage Park. I do have to ask this question. It's a curious question. Paint the county purple. The commissioner signed off on a proclamation last week. Why purple?
Purple is actually the general color of cancer. So that's how the purple came about.
Okay. I always thought it, and I was like, okay. But for folks that want to wear some purple and get out there Friday and Saturday,
Decorate
definitely
their homes in purple.
make a difference as you'll be showing that you support Relay for Life. Before I let you go, sort of your final words, and as we wrap up, Sarah, your final thoughts.
Just come out and support the event. There'll be lots of food, lots of fun. So, I mean, just get the family out there and come out and have dinner with us.
And Rose.
Pretty much the same thing. First of all, thank you for having us, and we invite everyone to come out. If you've never been out there, you have to come out and see us, and if you've been out there before, come visit us again.
Well, we really appreciate what the two of you do and the whole group across the board. It's tremendous. It's very important. And again, I hope the public can get involved for this weekend when talking about Friday and Saturday. Hey, best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, and that's going to do it for Community Ties on this Tuesday. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Wednesday edition of Community Ties gets started just after your 11 o'clock news. Again, relayforlife.org/Darke County. You want to find out some more details pertaining to this event. Heritage Park in Versailles, 6 p.m. to start on Friday, going through the night into Saturday. Up next, your Midday Farm Show. This is Tiger Country.